Chapter 10. Planet Earth in Danger? Listen and figure out. Listen and figure out. Listen to the talk and do the exercise given below. Global warming is a major cause of concern for today's world. The effects of global warming are so dangerous that this issue has to be addressed immediately, and the risks have to be minimized, even if they cannot be avoided totally. Global warming can be addressed as the increase in the temperature of the near-surface atmosphere and the oceans. This will lead to large amounts of land vanishing into the ocean and the disappearance of many vegetation and wildlife. Global warming occurs mainly due to a concept called greenhouse effect. There are certain gases like water vapor, carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, and methane that are called greenhouse gases. These gases trap the energy from the sun, especially the infrared rays, and in turn warm up the Earth's surface. Without these gases, heat would have escaped back into space and the Earth would have been colder by around 60 degrees Fahrenheit. The warming of the Earth's surface and the oceans is directly proportionate to the concentration of these greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. In the last 100 years, the concentration of these gases has increased tremendously due to large-scale burning of fossil fuels and rapid industrialization. This has accelerated global warming, which in the future will lead to the submergence of land masses into the sea and extinction of certain vegetation and wildlife. Let us communicate. Listen to the CD and do the exercise given. Manish is being reprimanded by his grandfather, who is an environmentalist. He is deeply concerned about what is happening to planet Earth. Manish, you are a careless boy. God has gifted you this beautiful planet Earth. Early in the morning when you brush your teeth, you leave the taps running. Water is being wasted. It is precious. When you bathe, you let the bucket overflow. You ask for a glass of water to drink and you drink only half a glass, and the rest you throw. You take the water bottle to school and you play with it as if it is holy. In the evening, while the gardener waters the garden, you play with the pipe and sprinkle over. I want you to be serious. Water is going to be scarce soon, and there will be drought on the earth. Manish said he was very sorry. Let's listen and figure out. Listen to this CD. Eliminate non-biodegradable plastics from the consumers. Plastics are not all bad. They can help with the medical profession, scientific research, building, etc. The fact of the matter is, though, in the hands of the regular consumer, plastics are in the majority a throw-away product. I propose that all throw-away products be made with biodegradable plastics if they cannot be made economically with another sustainable material. I'm talking about everything that you can think of and everything that you don't realize that you just throw in the garbage without thinking that it is made of plastic. Think about the clip on the bag of milk or loaf of bread, the thin plastic tie that holds the price tag on an item at the store, all the little plastic containers from the candy and novelty machines. Every tiny bit that you don't notice, you throw away. Bags from the store, packaging, drink containers, garbage bags, cookware, dishware, utensils. It goes on. If all the little bits and bobs were made of biodegradable plastic and you just throw them out, they would just go back to the earth instead of into our challenged ecosystems where it would take centuries for them to fade. Take plastic shopping bags alone and switch them to biodegradable bags. Think of the impact that would have. Reusable bags are great, but we all know that there are just times when you need a bag and you left your reusable ones at home. Now think about the food you purchase. How much of it is contained in plastic? The amount of plastic wrap alone on meats and some vegetables is mind-boggling. Then there are the plastic bits that hold cookies and biscuits in place. The cap liner in your drinks, the crinkly plastic wrap that goes around cereals, etc., etc. If you replace this with biodegradable plastics, the reduction of non-biodegradable plastics in our landfills would be staggering. There are companies out there already making environmentally friendly alternatives. The technology is there. The demand just needs to be there to make the turnover to these sustainable products. As for the average consumer, how much do you really think they'd notice if you replaced these well-used items? They would probably continue with their wasteful habits, which time has shown have been hard to change no matter the argument from those that wish to have a better environment. Cut out the argument and change the product. Manufacturers might argue that the demand isn't there. Well, has there ever been a demand from the consumer for a small plastic string thingy holding a price tag on an outfit? I think not. Personally, I think that all plastics that are non-biodegradable should be limited to industrial use, where they need to last a long time. In many conditions, it is better for the environment and will reduce our relationship with petrochemicals. This is why I believe we should eliminate non-biodegradable plastics from the consumers. Life went on without plastic before, it should do so again. But unfortunately, that boat sailed many years ago. After listening to the CD on elimination of non-biodegradable plastics from consumers, do the following. 1. Form groups and discuss how you would work towards less use of plastics in your city. 2. Bring awareness through your school program, speeches, drama, street play. Keep city clean and green. 3. Celebrate. Read and discuss. Read these effects of air pollution and what you could do about it. Our air is being polluted by the byproducts of an expanding technological society. Air pollution is nothing new, but what is new is the scope and severity of air pollution. The automobile exhausts are in no way less dangerous than the industrial smoke. Trees and plants have been killed by pollution from power plants. Cattle have been poisoned by the fumes from smelters that recover aluminum from ore. Another fear is from acid rain and chlorofluorocarbons, which is emitted from refrigerators. Down below are some ways which would help you to prevent pollution. Not littering. You should help the earth to be clean. Recycle every day. Reduce your garbage when you go camping or hiking. Take all your rubbish home with you, or throw in a proper dustbin. Don't break branches of trees or carve your names on them. Recycle things. Say no to products made from animal hides and body parts. Plant more and more trees and preserve forest. One way is to change your computer desktop black. Creating a black screen takes less energy to display than a white one. You can say no to chemical cleaners and wash things with vinegar. It is acidic and effective. You can use it to kill bacteria on surfaces and wash away soap scum or clean out your coffee maker. It can even be used as long as it is diluted on the first wash and only the first wash of band t-shirts to preserve the colors. Here are a few more things to help you save the environment. You should help the earth to be clean. Recycle every day. Reduce your garbage. Stop cutting down trees. And recycle. Recycle, reduce and reuse. The everyday items. There are so many ways to go. Green. You can save water, energy, and recycle. And recharge your cell phone when it's done changing. Instead of riding your own car, You can carpool or better yet walk or ride your bike. And you can also turn the lights off when you leave the room. Plus turn all the water taps off when you're not using them. And in the winter, instead of using heaters, you can try wearing a sweater or your coat. That way you'll be warmer, plus you're saving the climate changes. Same goes in the summertime. Instead of turning on the AC, you can always open the windows or use electric fans, because you can unplug when you're done using it. You can save the environment by using the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. Practice these few steps every day, and you will be able to play your part in saving the environment. We can save the environment by not polluting and help clean the world. And when you do that, never give up. You can save your shelter by staying home. Often, you can save the electricity by turning the lights off when leaving the house. Exercise. Students one by one should stand before the class and say how they would prevent pollution in proper sentences. Let's discuss. Look at the above diagram of the greenhouse effect. Discuss in your group the sort of problems that are likely to arise out of it. Let's us say it right. Battle, bangle, winkle, cattle, mangle, twinkle, rattle, dangle, ankle, edge, wedge, trudge, judge, dredge, sludge. Why can't I tie and untie a tie like canty can? If rivers turned red, if rivers turned to red, and ran with blood, and cities sank beneath a sanguine flood, perhaps the world would heed the thunder's peal, and understand that climate change is real. If oceans turned to ice and froze the tide, and waves were locked unmoving in mid-stride, perhaps the world might understand the how and know the time for fixing things is now. If rain fell down as sawdust on them all, and piled in desert against the wall, perhaps the world could see the end of days, and try at last to change their wasteful ways. Perhaps our world has simply been hijacked. If man is to survive, we need